back to Harry Makes It Up. Apologies if my hair is kind of blowing a la J-Lo style. I do have a fan sat right in front of me, but there's no way I can film without it. We even have AC now, but it's just so loud to turn on when I film that it would just sound like a flame blower, I think they're called, in the background, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go with the fan and embrace the J-Lo-ness. Today I wanted to do something, I feel like this is a look I've been wearing a lot. Especially now I live in a hotter climate. I really like this for like evening makeup, just doing a very effortless chic modern matte lip. So this is my take on that trend, how I like to wear it. For me, I like it to be comfortable, I like it to look effortless, and I like the edges a little bit soft. I feel like that's what really works for me. So the other key to this look really is the contrast between the matte lip and a dewy skin. I feel like with those two elements, it really does make a really beautiful, effortless look that feels fresh, it feels wearable, and I think this is great for daytime too. This is definitely a look that I've been wearing a lot for evenings out. This kind of matte lip I feel is very low maintenance, you can eat with it, you don't have to worry too much about reapplying, it blends out really nice as it fades. So I'm going to show you how to create this look. So first thing you want to start with is just prepping your skin with a really nice moisturiser. You guys know now I live in a hot country, I always go for one with SPF. This one is by Murad. This is the Age Reform Perfecting Day Cream with broad spectrum SPF 30. Really love this. This is great just for getting a nice dewy base, nice level of moisturisation and my SPF in there, especially if I'm in a rush. So then using the Herbivore, this is, you could use any lip balm you like. I'm just really enjoying this one at the minute. It's an all natural, all organic brand, and this is rose with like a coconut oil. Very, very moisturising, but it doesn't leave too much of a layer onto the lip, so I find it moisturises and then sinks in, and then it's kind of ready for when I want to go in with a matte formulation lipstick. So when I'm doing a matte lip, I like to keep the rest of the skin very, very minimal, and again, keep this kind of effortless vibe. So for me, a product that I've recently found and been absolutely loving is the Sephora Bright Future Gel Serum Concealer. Now this has quite high pigment, so it's, you know, packs a punch in the pigment department. Beautiful concealer. I can't believe how many shades this comes in. It's amazing. If you're looking for like your exact match of skin tone and one that's perfect for your under eye, definitely check out the Sephora concealers. Absolutely love these. And this has become like a real firm favorite that I'm loving at the minute. So I just take this and I just put kind of like a dot under my eyes, I do a dot around my nose, and I'm not going to actually use foundation because this is very, very full coverage. So because I've got a nice base of the moisturiser and underneath, I like to just take a dot, kind of put a couple of dots on my skin and then just blend it out with my fingers, so I get the teeny bits of coverage where I need it, and then it just kind of blends into the moisturiser, kind of like a tinted moisturiser effect. So coverage where I need it, but it still looks like my skin. So then just give my eyelashes a little curl as per normal, and I'm really enjoying, I've got two mascaras that I'm really enjoying together. Now I think there's kind of like two ways you can do it if you want the emphasis to be on the lip. I love a matte lip with no mascara at all. If you're brave enough to rock that, go for it because it looks so good, especially if you already have good lashes. It looks amazing when you wear no mascara. Sadly for me, I feel like it's just a comfort thing. I like having mascara with my lipstick, and there's nothing wrong with that also. So I've been starting my lashes with this Lancome Seals Booster XL, which is just one of those kind of like white pigment mascaras where you can kind of coat the lashes and get a really good bit of deposit at the bottom of the lash root. So you can get a really nice thick lash root. And then I've really become quite a loyal fan of this mascara. I feel like I love my Bourjois waterproof, the Volume Reveal waterproof. That's a brilliant one, and that's great if you're on a budget. But if you are looking for more a luxury, high-end waterproof mascara that's really, really good, I highly recommend the Chanel Volume. This is the Le Volume de Chanel waterproof mascara. Such a good brush on this. I absolutely love it. It doesn't smudge down or give me panda eyes, and I can really get right into the lash root, and again over the top of the Lancome kind of lash booster I get a really nice fat lash, but that still kind of doesn't take away from the emphasis of my lip. Now again, this is a step you could skip. I personally like to have it because I just feel my eyes look a little bit more finished. I've just gone in with a Kiko Supercolor eyeliner in 102. I think if you do want to wear a bit of liner with your lip just to have that subtle bit of definition, by all means you don't have to use an actual liquid liner. You could just smudge a bit of pencil into your roots. That looks really nice, just to give that little bit of definition to kind of offset the lip. I think if you are going for a liner, something like a shimmery brown or a reddy brown is nice with the lip as well, because it's not as statement as black. It doesn't kind of distract from the lip. So for me, that's one I love to use, and you guys know me, that is like my classic go-to Harry Flick shade. So the next thing that I think is really key is to focus on your brows, and by that I mean going very softly, go for a more fluffy approach. So I just fill in where I need to using my normal Ardell pencil brush, and then I like to go with my Glossier Boy Brow in the shade Brown, and I do that just to give a little bit more feathery strokes, a bit more shape to the brow, and I find it just sets them so they don't look too perfect, which I think is such a nice way to wear your brow, and again it just keeps all the focus on your lip when you come to do it. So then we come to the key part, which is the lips themselves, and for me, the product that I've been loving to create this really nice kind of soft matte lip is actually the Lancome. These are the matte shakers. So you shake them up to activate the colour, they have the little kind of spoolie sponge, and I think what I love about these is as you apply them, they just feel so soft, like it almost diffuses the lip line. Now, I know lip liner has had a really big moment recently within the beauty industry, and don't get me wrong, I still love my lip pencils. But when I want a really effortless matte lip that almost looks like I've just kind of stained my lips, these are my go-to. The shades that I really love are Pink Power, which is a really nice, beautiful fuchsia, and then the one I'm wearing is actually Magic Orange, and they also mix really nicely together. So if you want to create an ombre look, you can put the pink, then a dot of the orange in the middle, which works really well. I just find these fade so evenly. When I eat, they don't feel drying, they don't get that horrible crumbly thing that I often find with a lot of liquid lipsticks that you do. They're just super comfortable. I feel like this formula is really modern, it's very user-friendly, and I like that with these the emphasis is not on precision, it really is about just kind of flooding the lips with colour. The lips don't look dry, it doesn't age the lips in any way, and I think for me that's why this has kind of been my go-to. I definitely think these are going to be in my August favourites. I will do a blog post as well, guys, with kind of my other recommendations of really great matte lipsticks, so I'll link that somewhere at the end of the post as well, so you can go check that out. But yeah, I'm just taking the spoolie from this, and I kind of apply one coat all over, blot my lips together just to kind of even out and disperse the colour evenly, and then I just go back in anywhere that I need it to, and then you have to give these time to dry down. They will be matte eventually, but they kind of go on like a wet, watery formula, and then once they're dry, they're on and they're not going to budge. So at this point, you could totally go back in with any concealer, any areas that you might need to just hide a tiny bit more redness. I had a lovely big spot on my face today, so I did just go back in and do a little bit of extra concealing work. Again, I find this gel serum concealer covers spots pretty well. You might want something a little bit more waxy, something like the Laura Mercier Liquid Camouflage if you have a spot that kind of needs something to grip to. And then for me, again, I think it comes back to the contrast of the matte lip with a really nice juicy skin. So for me to stop anything looking too flat, I actually then go in with this product, which might surprise you guys. It's actually a lipstick, which is by YSL. It's the Volupte, it's not going very well, is it? The Volupte Tint in Balm. So it's the lipstick with like a balmy center in the middle. And this makes the most beautiful cheek colour. I find especially when you're wearing quite a full pigment lip that's very intense in colour and is the focus of your makeup, you don't really want a blusher that fights it, otherwise it becomes very 80s very quickly. Now this is just beautiful because I can swipe this on my cheeks, just tap it out with my finger, and not only do I get a subtle blush, but it's also a highlight, so it's like a 2-in-1. And for me, this kind of gives that lovely kind of expensive sweaty skin glow. It's no sheen in it, there's no glitter in it, it is more a sheen with the subtlest bit of colour. And I really love it with kind of a bold lip look. It's become my go-to, and also you're kind of getting 2 steps in one, so it's a really great time saver. And there you have it, guys. That is how I like to do a kind of modern take on a very comfortable yet beautiful matte lip. I will link to the blog post somewhere around here as well, with my kind of top 5 matte lipstick formulations. So the ones that I recommend that you could use in place of this one to recreate this kind of look. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and all your support. I'd absolutely love it if you subscribe, and I'll see you soon for more videos. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.